It is Daniel here with wealthyclients.com, and I have one of our awesome clients, Stephanie Anderson, here with the Tax Pros. Stephanie, welcome on.
Hey, Daniel, thanks for having me.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about yourself, your business, and what you guys do over at the Tax Pros.
Oh, of course. Well, we specialize in advanced tax reduction strategies. And I made a shift in my practice in 2018 from high volume tax prep to more in-depth advisory role.
Awesome. So, what was the problem that you had prior to partnering with us?
My main problem was a consistent pipeline of qualified prospects.
Hmm. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure. I mean, our business is mainly based on referrals, which are always awesome and appreciated. However, when you are doing tax planning, when you're shifting from tax prep to tax planning, what you need is an abundance, like a whole pool of high net worth business individuals, where all of this information that you have is going to be of value to them. So the average tax prep client, it's going to be there isn't going to be as much opportunity to bring tax planning. So
Hmm.
you need people that are netting 400,000 in order to really make an impact with tax planning. And those people are already probably working with a CPA, and it's going to be harder. It's going to be harder to land them and to talk to hundreds of them every month.
Yeah. And I feel like a big challenge too is that when someone starts tax planning, typically they're going to their existing clients who already have the trust and rapport built. And those are the people that they sell onto tax planning. But the problem is that you run out of existing clients pretty quick.
You got that right.
So, like you said, right, you didn't have that consistent flow of new opportunities coming in. So, why did you choose to partner with us specifically over any other company or program out there?
Well, being the marketing master that you are, your message spoke to me,
Mm.
right? You understood what I was looking for, and you were able to communicate that in a very short period of time online. And then what I did was, just like your 7-Eleven 4 rule, I started looking for your other content online, and I would find client testimonials. And once I saw your client testimonials, I was like, I have to talk to Daniel right now.
That's awesome. Well, speaking of the 7-Eleven 4 rule, that brings us to our next question. Was there anything in particular about our service that really helped you get the end result that you wanted?
Yes. As a result of being in your program, I became aware of what I didn't know in the world of marketing, there are a plethora of marketing principles that I was unaware of, nor did I know how to implement them. And the truth is, tax takes up all my time, right? I service my clients 40, 50 hours a week, then I spend 10, 15 hours a week studying tax. There is no capacity for me to stay in the cutting edge of marketing trends. And that is where you shine out, is you bring concepts and principles to the forefront that I could easily digest and implement quickly. And you've done it in a way that I've not seen anybody else do it. Like your ability to communicate it to busy professionals is incredible.
Mm. Well, I appreciate that. Why are those so effective, do you think, specifically for you?
Well, one quick example is we all know to post on social media. We're all just bombarded with, put stuff on social media, right? Well, sure, you can every day you can post something on Facebook or Instagram, but does that check your experience? Does that get you results? No. But as soon as Daniel was able to get in there on the dashboard and post things, all of a sudden I had 70 calls on my calendar. Like, what exactly is that? I don't have the capacity in my life to figure out the details and the nuances for that.
Mm. Was that, I talked to another client before, and after like 3 months of working together, they were like, yeah, to be completely honest, we didn't think that it was going to work because everything else that we had tried before flopped. And so no offense to you, but like we didn't think that what you were going to do was going to work. Did you find yourself in the same place? Like, were you surprised when you all of a sudden had 70 appointments on the calendar?
I was surprised because a couple things happened there. One, when you sign up, I one of the homework assignments for me was to make those videos, which I also didn't know how to do. I never filmed myself. I never did a selfie, over 50. I'm not even comfortable with it. It's not my jam. I have no desire to get myself out there. So I thought the video recording that I did of myself was poor, because I didn't know what I was doing. And also, like when you first put up the ad or the funnel, whatever word we're going to use, there's a lag, right? There's a little bit of waiting before it kicks in. But my goodness, as soon as you get past those things, it's a tsunami. It's a tsunami. And I was shocked that every single person I talked to had the opportunity to really benefit from tax planning.
So they were qualified.
They were qualified, right? Like we, as tax professionals and tax advisors, there's no shortage in people that we can talk to or spend time with or analyze their returns. Like everybody who knows you, like, oh, can you has tax questions. Sure, we could spend all day doing that. But we want to be more precise about how we're spending that time talking to the right people. And I'm looking for opportunities where I can make a big impact and where I can use all this information that I have spent years studying. Like, I want to do it.
Totally. Well, that's awesome. So, as a result of implementing these strategies, what was the outcome?
Oh, well, the outcome was satisfaction, of course. Um, Starting to work with clients that I've always wanted to work with, excitement. And one thing that I had to do was figure out how to be more effective. Like I usually spend 20 to 30 hours on a tax plan. Well, that's not possible anymore. So I had to figure out my workflow so I could still deliver the same results, but faster, like writing the executive summary. So I trained other people on my team. We're all practicing writing executive summaries, and feedback on each other and just getting better and more precise on each aspect of that workflow, like a well-oiled machine. Because the truth is you're going to have to deliver results, but faster.
Totally. Totally. Is there any other area of your business that's been impacted with these results?
Yes. Um, as a result, I don't have to do tax returns anymore as the firm owner, which I know my colleagues are quite interested in being in that position,
Mm,
right? Most people I talk to in my quote unquote spare time are other tax planners, and they all want to be in a position where they don't do tax returns anymore. And I think I did one tax return in like the last 12 months, and
uh,
most, yeah, which is kind of scary in itself because like I don't want to forget how to do tax returns or get rusty or anything like that. But I now have my dream team and I spend most of my time in the arena of tax planning, tax advisory, whether that's becoming more effective, talking to more clients, or studying more. Um,
mm,
and then the complexity of the tax plans that I can do, that I have the capacity for, has increased because I'm not doing 300 tax returns.
mm. That's awesome. Where do you feel like you would be right now if you didn't take action and hire us?
Probably have to lay off people on my team,
Mm,
which is a bummer because I finally have the right team. Strong.
mm,
Everybody on my team is so strong. Like you're only, this is cliche, but you're only as good as the weakest member of your team. Like that's so apparent in this business. So I have gone through, uh, weaker team members and had to offboard them. And right now, everybody on my team is so strong.
Mm.
And that's another reason why I can handle the pipeline that comes from a result of this is that I know I have support on the compliance side.
Got it. That's great. That's fantastic that you didn't have to do that. So, if there's anyone that's on the fence about either booking a call to speak with us or engaging us, what would you say to that person?
Oh my goodness. Please give it a shot. You will be surprised because Daniel has really, really figured out the right formula. And he's going to put information in front of you that you didn't know you needed to know. And when you look at all of the spokes in the wheel, the hub and spoke of our business, this is the part that always needs attention, that always has to improve for us to grow. And don't waste your time trying to be a master marketer. Just get Daniel on your team. And then what you would need to worry about is for management, making sure that your team is ready for this amount of work.
That's awesome. Well, Stephanie, thanks so much for hopping on here and taking the time to share your experience. If anybody wants to reach out to you or maybe they have questions, where can they find you online?
Sure. Well, you can find us at taxpros.com, TAXPROSE. Don't forget that E at the end. And you will see on there the multiple ways to communicate with us. I'm always happy to talk to another tax planner.
Cool. Well, thank you very much.
All right. Well, thank you.